Okay, here we go. Another World of Warships battle. Here I am in a submarine. The ultimate troll ship. I don't normally play submarines, but I will play them occasionally. I can usually score fairly highly in them. And if I can't get the destroyers working, then sometimes I'll just play them instead. This was a pretty good battle. So here we are in, what is it, Crash Zone Alpha, yeah. Two camps on this side, one in the middle, one at the top. And this is the U-2501, Tier 10 German submarine. Shitload of torpedoes at the front, decent ping, pretty good range. 14k range. And you've got the battery preserve consumable as well as the submarine search. Linger a bit longer if you have to. Comes in handy on occasions when you end up a bit stuck. Submarines are one that I'll still play occasionally. Usually if I can't get anything else going. But I still don't think that they should be in the game. I don't know if that's controversial or not. But World of Warships in its core is a surface battle game. We shouldn't have ships that can go under the water and attack other ships, and we shouldn't have ships that can launch airplanes that can go across the map and attack other ships. Carriers actually do irritate me more because in a submarine, there's a bit of OP going on there, but if you make a mistake, if you fail, you will be punished for it. Carrier players are hardly ever punished for their mistakes. They will go in, they will choose the wrong target, they'll do the wrong thing, they'll miss all the time. But they're always the last ones to die because they're just at the back launching aircraft. So a vast majority of the players never actually learn how to play well. I'm not saying there are no such things as good carrier players. I've encountered them occasionally, but they're quite rare. And funnily enough, actually, they can turn a battle if you do get a good carrier guy on your side. Neither side really had one in this battle, but it doesn't really matter. So I sprayed a lot of torpedoes looking at that battleship and a destroyer. I've done my mandatory rant about carriers. I'm not going to talk about them again. There was a destroyer in between. He ran into one of my torpedoes. So, smacked a hit there. Which is going to be useful because that destroyer is going to be quite the thorn in my side. I've got a couple of ships behind me. Dutch cruiser Halden Leo. Japanese battleship Yamato. And it looks like we've got a Montana and an Anhalt. You can look at the mini-map heading back this way as well. I've let them know that the destroyer has taken a torpedo hit, so he's quite, he's vulnerable. He hasn't taken as much of his health off as I would have liked. There's the Udaloy there. So I'm taking hits from him now. I'm trying to get the hell out of here. Someone over there is requesting support? You haven't got a friggin' destroyer bearing down on you with depth charges. So I'm desperately trying to get out of here, whilst at the same time highlighting this guy. He's spotted, so the rest of our team ought to be shooting at him. That's the thing you do with destroyers. So that's his depth charge line back there. He made the mistake of coming at me 90 degrees, and I just accelerated out of his line. My sonar is damaged. I have to get that back as well. So our carrier, fair play to him. I wasn't going to say anything about the carrier guys, but our carrier guy actually did a good job. He came over and highlit the destroyer. And and I'm busy sitting there saying, can we concentrate on this guy? I've got more depth charges heading down at me. I do take a battering in the initial stages of this battle. And now I'm flooded again. I've already used my damage control, so this is going to be a problem. But the carrier, fair play to him, actually got the destroyer. He actually did the gunship's job for them. So next job is the American cruiser, the Salem over there. Dutch cruiser has launched its attack planes at it. I'm still flooding. Got my sonar ping back, thank God. But I'm trying to put myself in a position where I can actually shoot at him. This German sub doesn't come with rear firing torpedoes. If I want to fire my torpedoes, I've got to point my nose at him. He's being harassed by the Implacables torpedo bombers there. It's an American cruiser. It will have good anti-aircraft fire. But it looks like they hit it with a couple of airdrop torpedoes there. So nice job there. Our carrier guy is actually playing well. So I'm going to spray a load of torpedoes in that direction. See if I can hit him with a homing ping. I've just passed 1 minute 30 left on my oxygen and battery there before I'm going to have to surface. Got him with one ping. Let's see if I can tag him again. Nah, I missed him that time. Notice how I'm not heading straight towards him. It's something that a lot of submarine guys don't seem to know. You do get that arc briefly show up. Even though they don't see you when you fire your sonar, they will see that little arc and it gives them a rough idea where you are. They will send planes out after you. But if you're going, so you should basically the rule of thumb is when you decide you want to ping something, you should never be pointing directly towards it or directly away from it, because that will just mean that when they send their planes out, the planes will get you. Always have some lateral movement of some description relative to the ship you're pinging. Never be going in a straight line towards it or away from it. See, I'm now heading diagonally that way before I fired that ping. I did that on purpose. So there's a one-hit ping. Let's see if I can get two and really... No, I'm one hit again in a different place. See, I'm now heading... So he's cleared that ping with his damage control. Don't know how long his damage control lasts. Let's see if we can maybe hit him again. I got the range for it. Wow, the Dutch cruiser just absolutely gave him a battering, and here comes the Implacable. Heavy anti-aircraft fire there. And boom, got him. But here come his planes. As you can see, I'm already turning this way. So they're going to drop airdrop depth charges in the water over there. I'm getting out of here. So that's a Salem down. So we've managed to cost the enemy a destroyer and a cruiser on this side. There's a submarine somewhere back there, actually in our cap area, but submerged, so he's not capturing it. There's also a Yamato over here. It's time to start dealing with him, I think. No point in pinging him at the moment. It literally just said there, sonar ping will be mitigated, so he's obviously just used his damage control. That's good for me. That means that when it runs out, I can hit him with a ping. Again, notice lateral movement there. So I got him once. Let's hit him again. So we can get a decent lock on these. This Yamato player, I got 2 hits. This Yamato player was a bit clever. He realised that I was going diagonally along. And look, he's fired his plane so that they're going to actually drop their charges in front of me. So he's a guy who actually knows his shit a bit. Fair play to him. And I'm going to try and avoid, being hit. Also, I'm going to hit him. And that's a good player off the board. I was happy with that. So the enemy have lost 4 ships. I've bagged 2 of them. What's that? Oh, the Anhalt is requesting support. I don't know what I can do, mate. There's a submarine behind you. It's not that submarines can't sink other submarines. It's just that it's very difficult. You have to get lucky more than anything. I'm far better served just heading up and capturing capture point A. And leaving the aircraft over there to harass that submarine. What am I going to do? I'm going to try and torpedo a submarine. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it hardly ever happens. Oh, he's been highlighted again. So anyway, we have 3 of the 4 capture points. If you look at the scores at the top, there's a bug in the replay files from Wargaming where it reverses the scores. We're not down by 350 points. We're actually ahead by 350 points because we've had 3 of the 4 caps for ages. The enemy have just turned capture point D now back over to themselves, but myself and the Anhalt are about to change that. Might be just me, actually. That Anhalt's not going to last to Vermont's fire for too long. Speculative spray of torpedoes here. Nice camo, mate. See, again, lateral movement. I'm not heading towards him when I actually fire my sonar ping. Let's see if I can hit him again, even though I can't see him. So I was just checking to make sure I don't bump into the island. And here come the Vermont's planes. They're going to go behind me because, unlike the Yamato guy, he didn't really work out that I was sliding along that way. So he's cleared the ping, which means my torpedoes are no longer homing. But it looks like they might. Are they going to hit the curve first? I'll take it. Take any hits I can get. Torpedoes are about to reload, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all on the curve first. That was unexpected. He wasn't who I aimed for. I think he was obviously looking down the gun barrel at somebody, but you know, I will take it. I got 22,000 points of spotting damage. You can see that in the upper right. 66,000 points of actual damage caused by my torpedoes. And 46,000 points of damage hurled at me, which luckily I've managed to dodge most of it. So I'm going to try and capture here, but I get kind of blocked for the first time because I've got aircraft carrier planes coming over here. I can't afford to be spotted by them. The aircraft carrier planes won't kill me. The 2 battleships at the back will, because if I'm spotted, they will see me as well and they will shoot me. So I have to dive. Which means I'm not capturing, because you have to be on the surface to capture. You can't capture a zone underwater. I approve of that rule, by the way. I don't think submarines should be able to do that. Just because I'm way down here doesn't mean I can't send a few more torpedoes his way. Let's see if we can light him up. The carrier plane has dropped patrol fighters over this capture zone. I noticed the enemy submarine captured Area B, so we're actually kind of hemorrhaging points now. They're catching up on us. I really do need to capture this zone. And there's patrol fighters up there. Well, there's nothing I can do about them. Submarines anti-aircraft fire is not great. A couple of handheld machine guns and a 40mm gun on the top or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I missed the Stalingrad. Stalingrad's going to be a problem. He's got radar. If I'm on the surface and he radars, he'll catch me. But I am still determined. I'm trying to stay out of the patrol fighters' range, but I'm determined I want to try and capture this zone. We need to start getting points back. Otherwise, they'll just catch up on us. You know, the battle's in a bit of a balance here at the moment. With the same number of kills, we're ahead on points, but they've got more capture points than us to, get more points. So I surface again. And I start capturing this area again. And yeah, sure enough, a couple of people are saying, yeah, concentrate on the Stalingrad. I approve of this. Because the Stalingrad has radar. And he radars me. You can see the detective thing there, and I immediately have to dive. Because if I don't, I will be shot at. And again, we lose capture point A. I don't capture it. Someone needs to deal with that radar. Now, the good thing is that radar's not going to last too long. But I've actually put it in the chat as well. Concentrate fire on him. And our battleship managed to kill him, which is good. So now I surface again. Now, if the carrier planes can stop harassing me, if radar cruisers can stop radaring me, if people can stop charging me down, I might be able to capture this capture point. You never know. It was a hard-fought battle, this one. It was one that could have gone either way. Our destroyer, our Lightning, is recapturing D up at the very top. The enemy are contesting C in the middle. I'm going to attempt to capture it with their Bismarck. I'm taking this one. The enemy submarine took B, but then I think instead of coming up towards A, I think he ended up going into the middle to try and attack ships. I don't know. Anyway, there goes the Bismarck. So we've retained C. We've not lost it because he was capturing it, but all of his capturing progress is gone if he dies. And Conqueror just killed him. And I'm 5 seconds away from capturing A, which is going to put our points back up on a decent spin. And we're already approaching. We're just going to pass 850 points. And we've got 3 capture points. So the opposition are desperate now. You know, they have to do something. They need to kill, or they need, or they need to start, capture at least 1, possibly 2 of these capture points to slow us down. Attack enemy aircraft. Yeah, never mind enemy aircraft. Attack enemy aircraft carrier. I've spotted him. If there's anybody who's got gun range to shoot at him, and I think the Conqueror does, then he's in trouble. Now, pinging the way that carriers are done in this game, pinging them is an exercise in futility because their damage control is automatic. It doesn't need to be triggered manually, and it lasts for ages, much longer than surface ships do. It lasts for about a minute. So for about a minute, I won't be able to ping him now. I don't care. Carriers be carriers, I've sent those torpedoes in with the hope that they at least would go straight and hit him. The smoke screen, by the way. Oh, there you go. 4 torpedo hits on the carrier. The smoke screen actually came from the carrier itself. It's one of those support style carriers that has one flight of planes that can actually drop a smoke curtain. So he's literally smoked himself up so he can't be seen. Which is all very well, but playing defensive isn't going to win them this battle. We've just passed 990 points. Nothing they do now is going to change this, and we win. Like I say, it was a tough battle. It was a hard-fought battle. We had to work hard to win our flank. But yeah, 18 torpedo hits, 2 kills, decent amount of points. I came second. The reason I was posting this, 2,136 base experience points in a submarine. Like I say, I normally do okay in submarines, but again, I've gone over 2,000 points. And being a worthless scrub, because I am, I don't normally get over 2,000 points in games. It's not something that happens to me regularly, so I was quite pleased with it. Honourable mention, of course, the Conqueror. I didn't see what the Nottingham did. I only saw much of what the Conqueror did. I think he was on the other side, but obviously he did well. 2,200. The Lightning contested well. The enemy submarine played a good battle when he got behind us and then went around. So yeah, I was quite pleased with the game anyway. So hope you like that, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.